when you break up, you are losing potentially a part of yourself. And that can feel worse if that person was extremely rooted down into yourself, if they were a piece of your identity. And if you are fractured as a person, if you're fractured as a soul, that's going to impact your state of awareness, which is then going to impact how you are serving reality and how you're showing up within your reality. It may disrupt work, it may disrupt other relationships, it may disrupt your ability to thrive. Time is considered the healer of this, but there are other tactics that are useful in these circumstances, and they start way before the breakup even happens. So starting before the breakup even happens, we all get to establish our own identity. And so if we start with the breakup, then what we can realize is that this person has interweaved themselves into our identity, and when the breakup happens, it's a ripping away, and we're fractured as a person. So the remedy to that is to fill yourself up again, and that means things like hobbies, creative ventures that bring you joy. That means laughing. Laughing is very important, and in the state of laughter, it's very difficult to feel sorrow. Okay, so do things that facilitate laughter. Even if you just go into your room and instead of crying today, you decide to laugh for 5 minutes straight. Those are some kriyas that we do. Actually, a couple weeks ago, we did a kriya to develop strength, is I think what the name of that one was, that I named it. And in that kriya, we laughed for, I think, 3 minutes straight after we ridded ourselves of a bunch of anger. And laughing, what does that do? It jostles all of this. It jostles the heart. And when you look into breathwork and even science and even books, one of the things to reduce anxiety and stress is breath that fills up the heart and fills it up even more and fills it up even more. And when you're laughing, that's what you're doing. I just interviewed someone yesterday, Odi Andrianos, and he mentioned another quote. So it wasn't him that said it, but there's something that says, somebody that said at one time, and now I'm saying it now, that there's no such things as a bad emotion, only stuck emotions. So the emotions that we feel, it's not so much that they're bad, it's that they get stuck. And so if we're going through the process of a breakup, and please send this live to somebody who may be going through that. If you're going through the process of a breakup, it's not about getting rid of what you're feeling. It's about sitting into yourself and looking at the technology and unkinking the wires and the hoses. Fascial maneuvers does that. The organ reset does that. Psychological drills, I've got Skillful Psyche on my website. We do journaling exercises where we reprogram our mind while we're in theta state. Things like that does it. Laughing does it. That's where that sound healing, our own sound healing of laughter, is going to allow the blockages to be freed up so that that emotion can work through and you can process it. How can you forgive yourself in your ex? So forgiveness is an interesting concept, and I've been through a lot of self-development. I've been through a lot of self-development and business development courses, and forgiveness is usually one of those things that comes up first, because forgiveness has nothing to do with another person. I forgive you, which is that me versus you thing. And it's like whoever forgives is the one that essentially like takes the feminine, passive, submissive role and somebody gets their way and somebody like lets it happen, and that's not what forgiveness is. So forgive, it means to give forward. It means that you're getting your energy back from whatever happened, whether it was somebody else's fault or not. There's a piece of you that's living and stuck. Remember stuck emotions? It's stuck in the past, which is actually not even existing right now. But there's some of you that's not here and now, and you're letting it hold you in this event or in this person, and you're holding on to that. And so forgiving somebody has everything to do with you. It essentially means that you're detaching the energy from the event or the person, and you're giving it forward. You're getting it back. And so if we can get out of the program that forgiveness means that we're allowing and admitting that what the other person did was okay. That's not what forgiveness is about. It's not about establishing judgment on another person's activity. That's actually where the problem began with, is two people said, you're wrong, as opposed to respecting each other's agenda and realizing that you might bump into each other in this reality. That might happen, and respecting that they have an agenda that's different than my agenda, because we're separate human beings, which makes the entire process of life interesting, which is why we came here. We can respect another person's agenda and admittedly say that hurt me, that set me back, that did all that. However, let's get yourself back, forgive, get it back, and let it go.